Hi, I'm Wild Bill. It's the 27th of April, 2022. Last weekend was the Art All Night extravaganza. For those of you that made it, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you that didn't, this is something you might want to plan on for next year. It was really something. Anyway, looking for a hat. Anyway, I want to talk about it for a minute. Brian Junker runs one of three stages this year. He ran one of three stages. Saturday night, into early Sunday morning, and then again late Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon. And he had, I don't know, 17 people, 17 acts performing, including acts that I know from the Starlight open mic, which was a great pleasure for me. Paul Isert was there, Karen Grohl was there, David Hipshin was there, Megan Pennington and Ty were there. Um, Devin Russian, of course, co-host of Wednesday night, he was there. Uh, there are others, I'm sure. But those are the ones. Oh, John Leckie was there Sunday. I missed him. It's sad because I like John Zach. So, quite a few people that I consider to be either Starlight regulars or Starlight Classic homies. And so I felt as if I was in the company of friends, even though I was surrounded by people I didn't know, art I didn't know, noises and confusion and people in motion. Hmm. If you love chaos with purpose, that's what Art All Night is. It's chaos with purpose. If you're an individual mote in this crowd of motes doing all these different things, you might feel it's just utterly chaotic. But if you had some concept of the order of it, then you would see there's a stage here, there's a stage here, around the corner to the next intersection, there's a stage on the first floor there. There are art, there are little panels put up, L panels and triptychs, and art on both sides. Interactive art for the kids along one wall, drawings and merch, and it's really, really wonderful. And a lot of people working hard to volunteer. I had a wonderful time. Some of that is on tape, and I heard two clunkers and a flat note in a minute and a half of Wild Bill. Ooh. But you can tell from the look on my face I'm having a hell of a good time. So I guess I can say that what I did was I channeled my inner vaudevillian better than I channeled my inner musical savant. And I don't mind. That's a good trade-off for me. It was a blast. I was sore and tired and hoarse the next day, could barely talk Sunday when I woke up. Still feeling out of sorts yesterday, and I'd taken a good walk or two. I feel pretty good today. My hands are a little bit worn because I clapped, and I shouldn't clap. But they're friends, and there's some really talented people. There was a kid there at the end. Last person that played on Saturday night. Don't even know him. I'll never see him again, I'm sure. His name was Sam, and he had a voice on him. Well, he had a nice guitar technique. He had good command of the songs he played. He even brought somebody from the audience up to join him. Hallmarks of a great entertainer, at least growing into one, if not already achieved that considerable level at his very young age. But I was struck when he would hold a note. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, there's somebody that has that same presence in his voice that Roy Orbison had. I was impressed, mightily impressed by the sound of another man's voice. That's not easy for me. So yeah, good on you, Sam. I'll run into you again. I'll say nice things. Until then, I'll probably say nice things about you. Anyway, everyone gave their best performance. Most of the performances I heard were pretty much mistake free. The people knew their material and they were performing it well, no matter whether it was a large crowd or small crowd. For some of the acts, you could tell they had prepared for it. Little crowds of friends would show up while they played. That's kind of cool. I played early, and I played for pretty much volunteers and other talents. And I gotta say, that's kind of like what I live for, right? If I think all of us that seek external gratification would love to have a record producer come up to us and say, "Listen, man, or listen, girl, I want to have your stuff. I'm going to pay you either for your stuff or for you as a talent, and then promote you." I think we'd all like that, at least on some level. So I am not organized enough to be able to promote that in my life. And the kind of serendipity it would require for it to come to me from outside is, frankly, counterintuitive. So the best thing for me is to impress other artists and people that do things like Brian does, that organize and perform, that understand what the performer feels like, and that go the extra mile to set it up so the performers can perform, which is pretty darn cool, I'd say. Those are the people I want to impress. Those are the people I'd like to have them say, like, well, yeah, I mean, it's Wild Bill, right? I don't need to have superlatives attached to my name. Just the people that say, like, yeah, the amount of time it would take for you to describe Wild Bill to them isn't worth your time and effort. It's so sad, but true, you know. But that's what I live for, is that moment where you think, like, yeah, I know some pretty talented people, and I'm on that list. That's all. So that's Wild Bill. A very good Saturday. And I'm still recovering, though today I feel pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I've taken walks and stuff since, but boy, oh boy, 13 hours on my feet. And I danced. Oh, and it was worth it. And the people I supported were worth it. And the event was a worthy event. I support it. I hope that you guys that haven't seen it will come out next year and see it, whether I'm there or not. Because I think it's a worthy thing. It's part of Pittsburgh's rich cultural, artistic tradition, and you can be part of it. Wild Bill.